Have you ever had the feeling that if only you had more confidence as a man, you could earn that promotion at work, catch the eye of the gorgeous girl, or pitch your company idea to investors? Let's face it, if you've ever entertained such thoughts, you have a huge confidence void that has to be addressed. One quality that sets you apart from other men and makes you a genuinely valued man when it comes to being a man is confidence. By the time this video is over, you'll be fully aware of the actions and modifications you need to do to win that high-value man's trust. Welcome to Z Taxi. On this channel, we love sharing relationship information, tips, and tricks to help you take your game to the next level. Subscribe if you're new here, and give this video a big thumbs up for that good old YouTube algorithm. Now, without further ado, let's begin. First, self-assured men have a goal in mind. A man who exudes confidence can keep pushing forward despite obstacles because he has clear visions. Although it takes talent and effort to learn, everyone can actually experience this. Napoleon experienced a vision that gave him the courage to carry out military operations that surprised the rest of the world. Because of his vision, he had the courage to attempt the impossible. You might be interested in learning how to develop a life vision. Every person has a unique life trajectory, making it difficult to provide an answer, but I'll do my best. On the matter, Carl Jung made an astounding statement. Only until you can delve deeply within your own heart can your vision become obvious. That's the place to start if you're looking for direction in your life. Here are a few additional crucial actions you could do. Make a list of your future objectives. This will make it easier for you to describe what you want. If there is room for bigger and better dreams, consider letting go of prior hopes and goals. Start by making baby moves toward your goal or vision. This will enable you to decide if it is a feasible goal that is worthwhile of pursuit. Permit yourself to alter your perspective. Making it simpler is not what this means. Instead, it refers to letting it develop and change in line with your personal growth. Do not be ashamed of your desires. Remember your aspirations and objectives. They should be written down and affixed to the wall. Step 2. Improve your self-esteem to become more self-assured. Why are you acting in that manner and what are you doing? When working on a project, you could come into this query regularly. This type of questioning won't bother you if you are confident in your abilities as a whole. But if you're unsure of yourself, you might become irate or irritated. This is a sign that you need to raise your sense of self-worth and self-awareness. What are some strategies to grow in this area and get to know yourself? Make an attempt. You'll get more assured in your abilities and self as you practice. Spend some time reflecting about your advantages and disadvantages. This will provide you the ability to honestly evaluate oneself and the self-assurance to understand when you are incapable. Find out how your friends and coworkers view your abilities and weaknesses. When you recognize patterns in what has been said, you'll feel strong and certain. Consider taking personality tests. You will learn how and why you think the way you do through this. This is a useful tool for self-discovery. 3. Confident guys have fallen short. Men who fear failure restrict their actions. H.D. Ford. You'll quickly realize that you must be prepared to fail if you've ever tried to learn something new, even if it was just how to ride a bike. This real-world fact is striking and captivating. You will surely develop more self-assurance if you can digest this and put it into action. Men who accept that they will fail can overcome the shame that keeps so many individuals from making an effort or trying to accomplish their goals. You'll have more self-assurance as a guy once you can accept failure as evidence of effort. Here are some pointers to aid in your failed recovery. You'll be able to recognize when you're letting shame hold you back if you're self-aware. Think about whether you're staying away from something because you're worried of failing. If this is the case, why are you afraid, you might ask? In most cases, doing this will negate its influence over you. Make yourself practice activities you find difficult. Play a board game for the first time, take up a new sport, or start something new that you have never done before. This will help you get acclimated to the idea that you're bad at everything and make failure less painful. Step 4. Self-sufficient guys look after themselves. Have you ever seen a self-assured man who also had bad hygiene, a sick mentality, or a lot of self-hatred? A position of self-care provides a fertile environment for confidence in your life. Men that are confident in themselves take care of themselves. This promotes and supports personal development and growth. Don't let the difficulty of launching this snowball effect deter you. Here are a few easy steps you can take to start taking care of yourself right away. Practice good personal hygiene. You should floss. Get a haircut, take a shower, or trim your fingernails. Eat more nutrient-rich foods. Start looking into what this would entail and why it's required. Go for hobbies or activities that make you happy. Start making plans to leave if the environment at work or home is poisonous. Step 5. Self-assured men don't always go with the flow. To join the group, do nothing. To stand on your own, you need everything. F. Hansen, a confident man knows when to maintain his position. This means that at some point in his life, he will have to refuse to follow the crowd or say no. This is based on the previous idea of not trying to please everyone. A confident man has strong convictions. Others see this as a sign of power and assurance. History is stained with the blood of those who chose to stand up for what they believed. While some died, others lived. Listen to Dr. Martin Luther King's 95th thesis. He fought back against an enormous corporation by being disagreeable. Being a man who is not always agreeable should therefore be on your agenda if you want to grow in confidence. Here's how to go about it. Have principles and ethics to live by. Observe these instructions. Be prepared to defend your beliefs in battle. Recognize when to refuse. Be polite when expressing your feelings of disagreement with someone. Increase and grow your sense of self-worth. You'll be able to defend yourself in challenging situations because to this. Step 6. Self-assured guys are receptive to learning. A man who is open to learning also has self-confidence. Why? Because you must be honest enough to acknowledge your ignorance in order to learn. Consequently, the capacity to admit when you're wrong or lacking in knowledge. Men with the capacity to ask, "Could you explain this to me?" show a perhaps undervalued aspect of confidence. Certain men with confidence are aware of this. If they don't know anything, they may simply research it. I want to make a point and give an example. It shows confidence to be able to confess you don't know something and take the time to learn about it. You can develop into a well-rounded man who is always open to learning new things by being willing to learn and asking for assistance. Learn and seek advice. By doing this, you maintain your honor and value as a man. If you want to open yourself up to learning, think about the following. Recognizing when you don't know something is okay. This is not a sign of weakness. When you get into trouble, get assistance. Why not call a friend and ask him for advice if you've been struggling with a mechanical issue with your car for hours? When you catch yourself performing as though you don't require assistance and you comprehend what the other person is expressing, consider why you are doing it and whether you ought to change. Step 7. Men who are confident think favorably. A man with confidence can focus on and think about the good. That doesn't mean he is unaware of or unconcerned with the negative outcomes that could result. Only by distinguishing between good and evil can he concentrate on what is best for his mental well-being. Nobody gains from focusing on and fretting about the dreadful truths that exist. Focusing on the positive might provide men who are confident in themselves the strength to act courageously and decisively. An actual example might resemble this. A man goes running. His body signals him to stop after a few kilometers, his muscles ache, and he starts to feel out of breath. If he concentrates on the negative, he will give up and let those facts to keep him from improving and achieving his goal. A confident man, on the other hand, would put up with the discomfort, realize it's not a big deal, and return his attention to his goal of running for an additional 10 minutes because he knows it will make him a better runner. How can you concentrate more on the good? The first step, then, is to become aware of when you're focusing on the bad. Therefore, if you're feeling unmotivated or insecure about anything, consider whether you're emphasizing the bad. If this is the case, change your way of thinking. When things are difficult, make a list of all the positive outcomes that will result from continuing in the same direction. Do not forget to subscribe if you liked this video. Thank you for viewing.